Marbling is the art of creating beautiful patterns on a surface of thickened liquid. Spritzing paint over the liquid, manipulating the paint into a pleasing design, and then transferring that design onto cloth or paper that's placed on the paint. The Turkish name for marbling, Ebru, means cloud art, most likely because the patterns can resemble the patterns in clouds. Here are the simple steps of marbling. Powdered alum, which is pure aluminum sulfate, is dissolved in water. This water is sponged onto each paper to be marbled. A type of gelatin powder, carrageenan, which is made from a seaweed, it's a powdered seaweed, is blended with water to make a thick liquid called size. The size is poured into a shallow tray that is larger than the paper to be marbled. Acrylic paint is thinned with water and several colors are sprinkled onto the surface of the size. They fall on top of each other and create interesting patterns. When the entire surface is covered with small paint droplets, you'll see this paint all floats on top because it's lighter than the size. Now you can leave the paint as it is, or with a stick, stir the floating paint. You can use combs or rakes to form intricate patterns of zigzags and swirls. Creating lacy holes in the pattern or a semi-transparent pattern will allow whatever's underneath a painting, for example, to show through. When the desired pattern is established, treated paper or cloth is gently placed on the surface of the tray to absorb the floating paint. Then it's lifted off and voila, you have a wonderful pattern on your paper. The practice of Ebru marbling, using the thickened water, originated in Turkey, Persia, and India in the 15th century. The oldest marbled papers that have survived are Turkish from the 1400s. The Crusaders first carried the technique to Europe, where it became an essential part of bookbinding, with marbled papers used on the inside covers of all the finest books. I feel like there is no end to what can be explored combining marbling with painting. I'm just tapping the surface. For me, marbling is a thrill. Yes, it's also a labor of love, but I so enjoy the transformation that happens when a piece of art is marbled. Once you have everything prepared and you've put the effort in to create your pattern, it's instant gratification. Very exciting to see a painting emerge from the marbling bath. There's often a surprise in store when you see the results. Marbling isn't entirely predictable. It can be messy and time-consuming to set up, but it's also addictive. When you see what is possible, you'll want to do it again and again and try some new variation. The easiest way to marble, though, is to take a class and let someone else do all the preparation. You can just show up and have fun. The marbling requires a fair amount of preparation time and equipment, but the process is fairly simple. If you master a few of the basic concepts, anyone can make beautiful marbled paper. Using it as an art form is just one little step past that. Put your time into preparing your design in the bath, and you can instantly transform your paper or painting, whatever you dip in. You can also paint right on top of your marbled pattern, or use your marbled paper in collage. The possibilities are endless. Though the skills are basic and somewhat standardized, there's infinite potential for creating unique art with a signature look that incorporates marbling.